my channel or if you happen to be new here, my name is Jess. Today is Top 5 Wednesday, and as I say every single week, like, can we all expect this by now? Top 5 Wednesday is my favorite day of the week because it is a very simple prompt, usually. Sometimes it does take quite a bit of forethought, but I just really enjoy doing it because it's something that I can do every single week that connects me with you guys. Leave down below your answers for this Top 5 Wednesday as well. I would love to start doing that because as much as I like giving you guys information about me, I honestly and truly love you guys and want to know your answers for this as well. But let's go ahead and get started because this Top 5 Wednesday is really cool. It is 5 authors that you wish you could write like, and of course I have 5 authors that I wish I could write like, so let's go ahead and just get started. Now, I'm not going to be showing books in this video because this is just really a discussion on authors. I obviously own books from every single one of these, but I just wanted to go ahead and sit down and actually just talk about the authors. And of course, the number one author that I wish I could write like, and this is going to come as no surprise to anybody, would be Stephen King. I adore Stephen King. I love his writing. I think that he's incredibly descriptive. If you are a writer, if you are starting on your writing journey, or even if you've been writing for a while, you need to pick up the book On Writing by Stephen King because he does go pretty in depth on how he writes things, his journey through writing. And even though I'm not a writer of that kind of material, there is a point in that book where he actually talks about a bird in a cage, and the difference between saying there's a bird in a cage and actually describing the bird in the cage. You need to describe its surroundings, its color, its feelings, what the cage looks like, what it's sitting on, and that just really resonated with me, and that speaks volumes to the way that Stephen King writes as well. I think that he just does an amazing job. If you are not a fan of Stephen King or you've tried to read him in the past and you kind of have trouble, send me a message and let me know because I bet I can find a Stephen King book that you will absolutely love. Now, the next author I would love to write like would be Leigh Bardugo. I think Leigh Bardugo does an amazing job at character development. I think that she is the best at writing villains into very likable characters, and that is my favorite type of villain. Villains that are very lovable in a way, like you can kind of like, you start finding yourself sort of liking them, and that is my absolute favorite. I'm not a huge fan of Leigh Bardugo's world building, but like honestly, characters are #1 tops for me. I just adore them, and I think that she does an amazing job with character development. I really, really do. If you have not read a Leigh Bardugo book, I would definitely recommend it. I would start with maybe 6 of Crows and Crooked Kingdom because I feel like a lot of people really like that, and a lot of the characters in that book, despite my own feelings, are very wonderful and are very well developed. Another author that I would love to write like would be Patrick Rothfuss. If you guys are not familiar with The Name of the Wind or The Wise Man's Fear, those books, those are done by Patrick Rothfuss. I've seen them floating around quite a bit more on YouTube recently, which makes me very, very excited. They're very well written in a way that there's a lush world and amazing character development, and it is one of the first books to have ever made me actually laugh out loud. I think that Patrick does an amazing job with bringing his thoughts and his feelings and his words to the paper and to us. I think it all translates incredibly well. The story is beautiful. The storyline is beautiful. Everything, the feelings, the emotions, he really makes you feel what the characters are feeling, and I think that he is absolutely wonderful, and I think those books are definitely worth a shot if you have not read them or if you've picked them up previously and set them down. I am actually also guilty of that, and here I stand as a fan of Patrick Rothfuss. So if you're looking for a very, very well written world and a very, a book that really makes you feel for the characters and feel what the characters are feeling, I would definitely recommend that series as well. Now, of course, who would I be if I didn't mention V. Schwab or Victoria Schwab? I adore her. I think that she is not only a wonderful, supportive person. If you don't follow her on Twitter, you should because she is wonderful on that website, but I just love her writing. I think that the worlds that she creates are stunning, like absolutely stunning. I really, really enjoy them, and also her characters are very well built. They are very lovable. They are, she makes you hate them, she makes you love them. I think it's all just done so well, and her magic systems are the reason why I would love to write like her. I think that the way that she describes magic in all of her books is so well done and so thought out and so well explained. That's the thing that really gets me, is I like to read books that have a lot of magic in them, but what tends to happen is they don't have a whole lot of explanation on why the system works, what it is, anything like that, and I think that Victoria does an amazing job with that. So if you're looking for a book with a lot of magic in it, with a really, really good magic system, with a great world and great characters, I would suggest anything by Victoria Schwab. Now, the next author I'm going to talk about is actually an author that I have recently fallen in love with. I really enjoy his writing, and it would be Ernest Cline. Ernest Cline writes in such a light way, if that makes any sense. A lot of the books that I tend to read have a lot of information. They're very, very well written, but they just have a lot of information, and sometimes I'm just not in the mood for that. Sometimes I just want a light read, but that has a lot going on. It has a lot of substance to it, but it isn't hard to keep my attention, and that's definitely what I found with Ernest Cline. As you guys know, I loved Ready Player One, but I think I actually love Armada even more. I think that his writing is just very easy to digest. It's very easy to get into, and I just think he does a great job of just laying out the story like, this is what happens. I really love it. It's not boring, but it's not incredibly hard to read, so I would definitely say Ernest Cline as well. Alright guys, so that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I am really excited to see what you guys say for these answers because I think that in saying you want to write like an author, I think it also means they are one of your favorite authors. So I guess I just incidentally named my top 5 favorite authors, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!